I'm not entirely sure how I feel after the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition reveal.
Nostalgic, happy, excited, elated, ecstatic. Pick any combination of positive emotions and you can't be wrong.
I feel annoyed. Annoyed is how I feel, because you won't let me finish a sentence. As I was saying, after the reveal, I feel like I can't wait to collect all the costumes again.
In the 45 guesses I had made for what the end of your statement could have been, that was number 37.
You counted?
You took so much time trying to finish your sentence, I had to. What was I going to do, be bored out of my mind for 20 seconds?
That's way less than the amount of costumes in Hyrule Warriors!
Great segue.
Thanks! Anyway, with the release of the definitive edition of the boss-bashing, sword-swinging adventure of Hyrule Warriors, we're getting excited all over again for the best part of this game.
Is it Linkle? I bet it's Linkle. Or Medley. Definitely Medley. It's Medley.
Nope, it's the costume collection. The ability to outfit your character of choice in these epic costumes was one of the best parts of this game. Slashing enemies in the deep blue Zora tunic, the red hot Goron tunic, or Why? Why this?
Admittedly, the costume collection was one of the better parts of the game. They definitely gave the player something to work toward in the adventure mode besides the weapons. Weapon collection was fun, but it was nothing like dressing up your fan-favorite characters as other fan-favorite characters. Now she's Ruto, now she's Lulu, now he's Darunia, now he's Darmani, now he's Zant, now he's... Vibrant.
These costumes are extremely likely to appear again in the definitive edition of Hyrule Warriors, which is an exciting revelation, but it opens up some questions. What other costumes will appear? Will Medley, Marin, Phantom Zelda, Review, and Yuga get costumes this time? If you switch one or two colors, that counts as a costume. You could do it, Koei Tecmo. We believe in you.
They can and will. Now then, let's go through 5 of our favorite Hyrule Warriors costumes. Side note, this is not a top 5, these are just 5 of our favorites. Alright, enjoy.
What an interesting choice, combining the dangerously charismatic Girahim with this absolutely captivating color scheme. It's a recipe that will lure enemies in, only for their slaughter to be all the more satisfying.
This vibrant and flamboyant costume is very descriptive of Girahim, even if it betrays his personality. He has colorful language, a tone that will lure you in, cause you to drop your guard, lull you deeper into his trap, until it's too late.
Plus, this is his best color scheme. I'm a fan of his original design, but imagine if Nintendo had done this to Girahim. Imagine fighting this while he lashes his tongue at Link.
At least it's not as intimidating as this!
Oh god, why? Oh good, someone non-threatening.
Did you even see the skin we picked?
No. Ah! That's threatening.
Not entirely. It just looks like someone put a black mask layer over him and set it to 90%. But what this skin does do is look friggin' awesome running around the field. Another thing about this skin is that it affects the weapons Link uses too. You know what that means? Dark Great Fairy!
Scary!
Dark Spinner!
Effective!
Dark Horse!
This is the only dark version of a character that is playable in Hyrule Warriors. Other characters have dark versions of themselves you can fight. There are dark versions of every strong enemy in the game, and they all have increased stats. What do you do after you've made a doppelganger of every character? Make a dark doppelganger version.
Dark Link is such a staple boss since he appeared in Zelda 2 and has been the anti-Link in a few games. This time he's not jumping on the tip of your sword, he's not dodging when you dodge, he's not standing stalwart patiently waiting for you to make a move. No, this time you can pick this costume for Link and bring the pain to your enemies.
Andy, I tried to find a cooler costume than this one, but I have to say, this is the absolute costume for Ganondorf. Since he punched Toon Link in the face in Wind Waker, I have desired, nay, demanded a dual sword Ganondorf. I got it, but this costume just solidifies my dreams.
But we have 2 left.
Ganondorf being granted 2 swords in Hyrule Warriors always raised the question of, will we see the original version of the dual sword wielding Gerudo King? It was with the purchase of the Legends of Hyrule pack that we finally got to see this dream come true.
We have 2 left.
The epic culmination of one of the best Zelda games with this epic Zelda crossover. Who could lose?
That's it. An original character with awesome weapons, her own separate story mode, and a costume referencing the best Zelda game? You don't have to try that hard to impress me, Koei Tecmo, but I'll take it.
But how is this any more awesome than the Ganondorf one? They pull from the same game.
We finally get a female version of Link who has her own personality, her own story, her own weapons. She's not just a gender swap of the hero we've come to know, and she gets to be the hero in her own way. Plus, Ariel! You can't go wrong when you reference the reason Toon Link first awakened the courage to become the hero he is.
I guess those are some great reasons. Plus, the design is pretty good. It could have gone to Agatha or Zelda, but instead it went to another epic hero of the Zelda universe.
Plus, it warms us up to the final pick of our list.
Say what?
I will hear no arguments, as this is the epitome of awesome that this game has to offer.
I have so many arguments though.
And I will hear none of them. After Wind Waker was absent from the original game, the fans, no, the whole Zelda community was left with a void in their souls. A void only filled after Legends came out and gave us our favorite version of Link.
You speak again as if I agree with you.
You do. Toon Link is the best Link. This costume is the sole reason we forgive Koei Tecmo for leaving Wind Waker out of the original release. It's also a reason we're buying the definitive edition.
I mean, even if Pajama Link wasn't in the game, we would still buy it. Any chance to mow down hundreds of enemies at a time with Zelda characters is a chance I'll gladly take advantage of.
Also, who's to say he's not wearing his pajamas all the time? He could just be wearing his tunics over his pajamas. Constant comfort is never a bad idea. But if you want to disagree with our top pick because it's lame, that's because your eyes are dishonest.
Now that we finished that list, Andy and I decided to add something a little extra to this video for you guys. Some speculation and some hopes.
Koei Tecmo should do these things because this is what the fans, nay, the Zelda community, want.
Again, talking as if I agree with you.
You do. The community needs these skins, starting with
Oh, come on, this one?
this is the closest we'll ever get to a bare naked Link like we got in Breath of the Wild.
What about Postman Link?
That's uncomfortable. This is natural.
I guess it does kind of look cool. It should come with its own taunt where Link does the hard stompy thing.
Plus, this costume with that Twilight Princess scowl would turn enemies away on sight. Imagine having that ability, James.
I'd rather not, but if you want to see scary costumes that turn away enemies, then you'll want these!
That was a terrible segue, but you do have a point. You fight these alternate colors of characters, but Link's the only one that makes a playable appearance.
On second thought, I don't want to hand anyone else the power of those eyes.
They are quite mesmerizing,
Almost comforting.
telling us everything's gonna be okay.
This feels like a trap.
Oh God, why?
Okay, this would be awesome. There are a few different forms of phantoms in Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks that we wish we got to see in the Warriors games.
Now we might with Definitive Edition. While Zelda didn't get to harness the powers of these other phantoms, perhaps she will get her chance in the Definitive Edition.
They're all so menacing.
Don't get intimidated, James. At least I didn't suggest Naked Jack or Wind Waker Darknut.
That name was way too long. Plus the phantoms are more iconic.
We're gonna move on before you say something else offensive to the Zelda community.
I'm not completely on board with this one. I mean, there were 8-bit versions of weapons in this game, and one in particular that could be a prelude to characters getting a similar treatment.
8-Bit Great Fairy! How cool would it be to charge around the battlefield as 8-Bit Ganondorf, then wreck hundreds of enemies when he uses his 8-Bit Ganon attacks, or 8-Bit Toon Link summoning the 8-Bit train, or 8-Bit Lana summoning 8-Bit versions of the bosses?
No. All of the no. This is terrifying. This looks really strange. This will haunt my nightmares. We're headed into the high-def age, Andy. Why would we include these monstrosities?
You can disagree all you want, but when these happen and you collect them, they'll probably be all you use. I guarantee it.
You might lose that bet. Plus, there's one costume I might use way more often.
Are you talking about...
Yeah. It's...
Some of you had to see this coming, right? I mean, who didn't imagine Zelda running around in a Princess Peach dress while she destroys Blins with the Dominion Rod, or Darunia dressed as Wario, or Ravio as Waluigi?
It's true, I did go through many of these maps hoping for some kind of Mario-themed hat or costume, but my hopes were in vain. There were no Luigi hats I could outfit my level 150 Link with, not even my level 90 Ganondorf.
But maybe, just maybe, James, you will get your wish this time.
My hopes are high. Plus, how cool would it be to see a Midna costume where she's Mario and her wolves are Yoshi?
You sure know how to have bad... Actually, that's a good idea. I like that idea.
Good. Hopefully the Hyrule Warrior Definitive Edition developer gods will see this video and take some of our suggestions.
Even if they don't, we can dwell on what could have been. This is their last chance to put them in though, so if they don't, we may never see them.
That's okay, I'll still buy the game no matter how many extras are or are not in it.
Good. This game deserves the praise. What do you think of our picks? Do you have a favorite Hyrule Warrior skin? Any you predict might make it into the Definitive Edition? Let us know in the comments. Also be sure to follow NintenCity on all of our social media. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.